So welcome to this class in which we are going to study PLL operation. This is part 3 of this, and let us quickly have a recap. We have studied that PLL has 3 blocks: phase detector, low pass filter and voltage controlled oscillator. We have studied how phase detector behaves. We took example of XOR gate. We understood that it is providing the output proportional to frequency difference between the two input frequencies. So that we understood. Then we understood the VCO characteristics. VCO has obviously voltage input and frequency output, and when there is no input, uh, there is some frequency output. So we have studied that last time. When there is no input, the output frequency of VCO is referred as free running frequency F naught. For convenience, we will take it as capital F naught. Capital values will try to refer as constant values, and small letters will take it as variables, so it is easier to understand. So accordingly I will modify this. Right. So during sorry, during the demo of last class, we have plotted some points through the simulation. So we'll continue that simulation, but before we proceed, let us write down some points. And this is one more graph which I have copied and pasted so that we can develop the logic further on a separate graph. Right. So I have written some of the things which we will quickly go through. For the XOR gate based PLL, so this gives an indication that there can be PLLs based on other than XOR gate. Which are those we don't know, but for this particular PLL, which is based on XOR gate type of phase detector, what happens is when no input is provided, the output frequency is F naught, which is called as free running frequency. This also I will modify. F naught. When the input is connected, but the input frequency is very less than F naught. Now this F naught also will alter as capital F naught, because this is a value, not a variable. Then what happens? Then the delta F is large. Now what is this sentence saying us or telling us? It is this actually. F naught is here, but F input is here, so the difference is large. Delta F is large. If delta F is large, the low pass filter does not pass it because the input frequency is higher. It's a low pass filter, it will pass lower frequencies and it will attenuate higher frequencies. Since delta F is high, this will be attenuated, so the signal will be attenuated. Okay, so that is written here. Let us read this. When input is connected but F input is F. Is this visible properly to you? Hello? Okay. This okay, thank you. This causes low pass filter to attenuate it. Try to understand when the input is connected, but F input is very small as compared with F naught, that is free running frequency. It means the difference is large. So because the difference is large, low pass filter will attenuate that because it is high frequency and low pass filter is passing low frequency. Therefore, the VCO does not get enough signal to do correction in its output. So what does it mean? It means this. This is the block diagram, phase detector, low pass filter, VCO. Actually this is physically connected. Physically wire is connected, but because this is delta F is large, this signal is not getting passed. So as far as signal is concerned, this signal is not able to reach here, and therefore this line is shown as dotted line. So physically connected, but signal is not passing. This is the situation. Are you understanding this? Okay. So how do we represent this? Hence the VCO output remains at F naught unchanged. In this case, there is no effect of small change in F input on output frequency. So there is no, if I change this F input up and down by a small value, then output is F out is unaffected. So this is as good as open loop. There is actually loop, physical loop is there. It means wire is connected, this wire is also connected, this wire is also connected, but because the signal is not passing through low pass filter, this is virtually open loop, and therefore VCO output will remain as it is, no change. During this period, during this range of frequency input. Okay, right. Now when F input is close to free running frequency F naught, I think let us read this much and then we will start the demo. We will plot few more points and then the graph will be complete. Then we will understand the importance of phase detector. We will take example of some real life so that we remember the example. Fine. So let us read this. When F input is close to free running frequency. Now what is this? How do we put it on the graph? Where is the graph? Here. F input, where is F input? F input is this. So we are varying this F input. Now while varying, we have made it go to close to F naught. Close to F naught, it means somewhere here, suppose. So F input is falling in this range. If it is falling in this range, what will be delta F? Will it be large or small? Yes, Aditya has written it will be less. It means option B. Okay. So if delta F is small, will it pass through low pass filter? Yes or no? Yes, it will pass through low pass filter. If it is passing through low pass filter, shall we show this? Shall we show this with dotted line or solid line? Solid line. Very good. So let us replace this by solid line. I think what I'll do is I will copy this and paste it once again so that we remember. Otherwise, when you read this note, you will not understand what was the earlier diagram. So let us copy with comment. Copy and paste it. So we have one more diagram, and then we'll remove this dotted line and add a solid line. Okay, now it means there is a feedback, but the what happens is this. Let us read this further. So because there is a feedback completed, VCO output will change. VCO output will change because the low pass filter is passing the delta F, which is small, because F input is close to F naught. Fine. So since VCO output is changing, but it changes in a way, to reduce the delta F. This is very important. Okay, this line is very important. It causes VCO output to change in a way to reduce delta F. So what happens is, we have some delta F, it is small in value, therefore it passes through low pass filter. It does some correction to VCO. VCO changes the frequency F naught from capital F naught to something. So that something becomes still closer to F input. So what will happen to delta F? Will it become smaller than earlier or larger than earlier? It will become smaller than earlier. So what will happen to the low pass filter output? Will it be more now or less? If the low pass filter input is having smaller frequency, the output will be more. Yes, the output will be more. It means there will be more correction to VCO and more change in the output. But this change in the output of VCO will be towards F input. It means F out will try to match F in. Okay, and this is a kind of feedback, but this is positive feedback, because the correction is to fit to the input frequency, and that is going to reduce delta F, that is increasing the output, that is correcting VCO output more, and that is correcting the VCO input more and VCO output also more. So this whole activity happens like a positive feedback, and this causes F out to what is called as snap in or get locked to F input. So suddenly the VCO output matches the input because it has now correction loop established. Now how do we show that on the graph? So let me show that by which, yes. So earlier this was the point, so VCO output was constant, then the VCO output, because the input frequency is less, remember I am referring to this point, then the frequency is F naught. If I refer to this point, then input frequency is less than F naught, but by a small amount. Okay, so the output is matching input, so I need to shift it like this, because y-axis is F naught, y-axis is F out and F naught is here. So if you want lower value than F naught, then it will be somewhere here. Are you getting the point? So this will be the case. So let me show this to you. Would you like to see that happening? Okay, so let us quickly go to the simulator and then start running it. It may take some time, but let us, for time being, let us close this, because oscilloscope shows instantaneous value. We want a value measured over a second. So the input is very small. Input is very small. So the output will be 27 kilohertz somewhere. I think simulation is taking more time, but we have to bear with that. Point 7. It's taking too much of time. Right. So input frequency is 10 kilohertz. As you can see, can you see input frequency 10 kilohertz and output frequency 27 kilohertz? Yes or no? Yes. So it means input is far away from the output frequency. It means delta f is large. If delta f is large, that is not passing through low pass filter, and therefore it is dotted line, no feedback, and therefore output is unaffected. Now we will make input go closer to this 27 kilohertz, and so let us see what happens. So I have increased the input frequency. Let us check. .9. Right. So it is 25 kilohertz input, but output is still 27 kilohertz. Are you observing this? So we are close to what is the snap in or locking instance, but it is still unlocked. Let us wait for one more second and check what does it do. 3.7, 3.8, 3.9 and 4. So it has locked. Actually I should have it should have gone to 26 kilohertz, but let me try once more. It's difficult to do some adjustment because the readings are late. Actually it takes a lot of time. Otherwise what I can do, but that is difficult to show the value. There is no provision that within quarter second it reads the frequency. It needs 1 second time period, and because there are lots of processes going on, recording going on, Google Chrome anyway consumes lots of power. Then to connect I need to run virtual machine, then I need to connect iPad. So many processes are running. That's why it is. So let me that's why it is causing some issue, but anyway we'll find out. Right, so I have restored that back, and I will put this not here. Right, so 22 kilohertz. Please be patient, because once understood you will not forget that. and unless we see the things happening, we will not get interest into that. Do we agree with this? I can simply cover that explanation and we'll go ahead. That is not an issue. But if we see the things happening, then we'll believe, obviously. And anyway, we have made so much of effort to do this. There is some issue, I think. It is getting delayed output. Let us wait for some time. Please give me half a minute. I will connect my adapter because right now I am running on battery. Probably that may be the reason that it is slower. So let me do that adjustment. Half a minute, or maybe less than half a minute. Is this okay? So please be there. Right. So I am back. Audible? Okay. So let me increase the input. Hope that now the simulation will be rather fast. Right. So the input is 20 kilohertz. Let me increase it further. Right. It is 25 kilohertz. Did you observe that input has changed from 26 kilohertz to 27 kilohertz to 26 kilohertz? Did you observe this? Input has changed. No, sorry, output has changed. Did you observe output has changed? Now what is this output value? Is it less than 27 kilohertz or more than 27 kilohertz? It's obviously less. So that less value is plotted here. If you look at here, that less value is plotted. So the VCO has left its free running frequency and has come down because y axis is output frequency. So y axis is showing output which is less than free running frequency. That's why we have plotted this point. Did you understand to some extent? Okay. So let us now increase the input. Let us now increase the input. So I have increased the input, and let us check the output. $22.4. $22.6. $22.9. Right. So second is about to be completed. Right. Now, did you observe that input and output are following? The output is 27 kilohertz, input is 27, output is also 27. Now, I will increase the input still further. Let us check whether output follows the input. This is actually quite interesting. In television also, in every television we use phase lock loop. Earlier we used to use, now the things are all digital, so the things are different, but it is widely used in communication system to synchronize the transmitter and receiver. So now, did you observe that output is 30 kilohertz when the input is 30 kilohertz? Yes. Now we'll do one more change in input, and then we'll go to plotting those things. We are observing that input when changed, output is also changing. It means output is following this. So let me do one change, and then we'll go to the graph, and we'll plot 2-3 points which are based on the same principle, that the input and output, they are following each other. So let us check whether the output is following. Now, do you call this as locked or unlocked? What do you call it as? The loop, do you call it as a locked or unlocked? L or U? Locked. Right. Very good. So 32 kilohertz, and output is also 32 kilohertz. Right. So now we have to plot this. Let us go to our plot and then plot it. So I have plotted some points. It means when the input increases, the output is also increasing. Okay, if you increase it further, the output is also increasing. That's why the points are like this. Are you getting the point? Are you understanding this? So we have to plot this like this. It means when the input is increasing, the output is also increasing, because they are locked. Okay. Now till what point this will happen, that we have to find out. ये कितने कहाँ तक होगा, ये ऐसा कहाँ तक जाएगा, कितने infinite frequency तक जाएगा क्या? That we have to find out. We understood that it is locked, but how far it will go, that we wish to find out. Okay, shall we do that quickly? तो ये ग्राफ कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. Okay, before that let me tell you about this. Actually we can guess. पहले कि गेस करते, बाद में देखते कि हमारा गेस सही आता है कि नहीं. Okay, so in this whole process we have a voltage controlled oscillator, or दिस वोल्टेज कंट्रोल्ड ऑसिलेटर हैज़ इट्स ओन ग्राफ, है ना? ग्राफ दिखाई दे रहा है आपको? हाँ. So this graph shows a implemented VCO or practical VCO, and practical VCO, I repeat this, practical VCO will have some maximum input voltage and maximum output frequency. Yes or no? इससे ज़्यादा अगर आप इनपुट दोगे तो VCO बोलेगा कि ये मुझसे नहीं होगा, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट डिजाइन फॉर दैट. ये समझ में आ गया आपको? हाँ. तो when you drive the input in such a way that it, suppose ये हमने रखा है कि suppose मैं यहाँ एक वैल्यू लिखता हूँ 47 किलोट्स, ऐसे रैंडमली लिखता हूँ कि हमारा जो VCO है ना वो 47 किलोट्स का या 50 किलोट्स का, देखो समझो नियर अबाउट 50 किलोट्स, करेक्ट. तो उसको हमने इसी रेंज में ऑपरेट करना है. अगर आप बोलोगे कि थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा दे दो हमको, 70 किलोट दे दो, तो VCO बोलेगा नहीं होगा. यस और नो? हाँ. तो हमने जो ये जो लिखा है VCO वगैरह वगैरह एफ इनपुट, तो यहाँ हमको इनपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी अगर सपोज VCO का मैक्सिमम वैल्यू 50 किलोहर्ट्ज़ है, 50 किलोहर्ट्ज़ है, और आपने बोला कि मैं 52 किलोहर्ट्ज़ देता हूँ, आप मैच करो और लॉक रखो ऐसे ही, तो VCO बोलेगा ये हमसे नहीं होगा, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट डिज़ाइन फॉर 52 किलोहर्ट्ज़, आई कैन नॉट प्रोड्यूस 52 किलोहर्ट्ज़, आई कैन गो अप टू मैक्सिमम 50 किलोहर्ट्ज़. तो आप 50 किलोहर्ट्ज़ तक सीमित रखो, अगर उससे ज़्यादा जाओगे तो मैं काम नहीं कर पाऊँगा. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लॉजिक? Okay, now let us do this and check whether the loop is lost if we increase the frequency beyond 50. ठीक है, और 50 तक ये लूप वैसे रहता है, ये हम देखेंगे क्विकली. तो मैं जल्दी जल्दी थोड़ा सा इनपुट बढ़ाता हूँ, बिकॉज वी आर एट 32 किलोहर्ट्ज़. इन बिटवीन एक दो रीडिंग ले लेंगे हम, so that we believe that in between the loop is not lost. Once this demo is over, this part of demo, then I will start explaining the things and share this file with you so that you will run it on your machine. If your machine is faster, then you will be able to complete it earlier. It is taking too much of time, I think. Anyway, एक रीडिंग लेते हैं फिर पॉज करते हैं. Otherwise, I have to record it separately without conferencing, because the this Chrome is taking lot of power actually. If we look at this power, you can see so many things running and they are using significant energy. So that's why it is causing some issue. But anyway, we have to live with whatever we have and do the best in this possible situation. So let us finish this second 26.9. Right. So do you observe that till 40 kilohertz it is getting locked? Okay. So I will increase the input further. and we'll check whether the lock is lost, and then we'll pause this frequency meter डिस्कनेक्ट करते हैं, डिलीट करते हैं, फिर ऑसिलोस्कोप करके देखते हैं एक बार क्विकली. Okay, up to 42 kilohertz also it is locking. Now let me increase the input further. अभी मैं थोड़ा ज़्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी बढ़ाता हूँ, 50 किलोहर्ट्ज से ज़्यादा देता हूँ कुछ, तो देखते हैं 50 किलोहर्ट्ज से ज़्यादा है कि नहीं. एंड 50 किलोहर्ट्ज कहाँ से आए ये भी मैं बताता हूँ. अभी ये 50 किलोहर्ट्ज कहाँ से मैंने लिया. राइट. सो व्हाट इज़ द इनपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी 55 किलोहर्ट्ज और आउटपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी 31 दिखा रहा है, बाद में वो 27 दिखाएगा. इन बिटवीन रीडिंग है ये. तो तब तक मैं आपको आई कैन नॉट शो यू दिस बिकॉज द सिमुलेशन इज ऑन. एनीवे, सो बाय द टाइम आई विल एक्सप्लेन ऑन द स्क्रीन, और हमारा जो ग्राफ है ना उस पर हम जाएंगे. तो आई विल प्लॉट एफ मैक्सिमम, यहाँ कहाँ करूँ, यहाँ कहीं तो करता हूँ. सो कैपिटल एफ लिखा है, इसका मतलब ये कांस्टेंट वैल्यू है. और फिर so these points will be like this, and then at this point what will happen is the loop will be lost, lock will be lost. और इस पीरियड में लॉक क्या होगा, लॉक्ड और नॉट. यस, इट विल गेट लॉक्ड. और इस पीरियड में क्या है, इस पीरियड नहीं, इस रेंज में क्या है, लॉक्ड और अनलॉक्ड, नॉट अनलॉक्ड. तो ऐसे अब ये तीन चीज़ें हमने. और यहाँ क्या होगा, लॉक्ड और अनलॉक्ड. इनपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी ज़्यादा है VCO की कैपेसिटी से, अनलॉक. राइट, अनलॉक यानी आउटपुट कितना आएगा, 27 किलोहर्ट्ज से आएगा या इनपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी जितना आएगा, और 26 किलोहर्ट्ज आएगा. तो ये हम कैसा दिखाएंगे, तो ऐसा सडनली ये लॉक का अनलॉक होता है और ये ऐसा आगे जाता है. ये हो गया हमारा PLL का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स while increasing the input, while increasing the input. ठीक है. नाउ सपोज मैं और एक कलर लेता हूँ, कौन सा कलर ले लूँ, डार्क ब्लू लेता हूँ थोड़ा सा. समझो कि वी आर रिड्यूसिंग द इनपुट. इज दिस विजिबल, ये ब्लू थोड़ा सा विजिबिलिटी कम है ब्लू का, थोड़ा सा फेंट लेता हूँ. Suppose you are reducing the input. So when the things will get locked, only when we are close to F0 or when we are away from F0, when the loop will get closed. What is your opinion? Close or away? If we are away from F0, then delta F will be more. Delta F will be more. If delta F is more, low pass filter will not pass. So in order to lock, ये हम कम कर रहे हैं फ्रीक्वेंसी, तो कहाँ तक आना चाहिए, F0, कैपिटल F0 को अगर क्लोज है तो लॉक होगा कि नहीं होगा, क्लोज टू F0. यस यस. सो दैट विल बी सपोज इट हैपन्स हियर, ठीक है। तो हम यहाँ तक आ गए, समझो इनपुट रिड्यूस करते 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 यहाँ तक आ गए और यहाँ लॉक हो गया। तो लॉक हो गया मानिए इनपुट इज हायर देन एफ नॉट, देयरफॉर आउटपुट विल ऑल्सो बी हायर देन एफ नॉट। तो यहाँ आएगी, यहाँ आएगी, ठीक है। यहाँ आने के बाद ये लॉक का ऐसे रहेगा, लॉक ऐसे चलता रहेगा बिकॉज इट इज़ एनीवे लॉक। उसके बाद हमने फ्रीक्वेंसी रिड्यूस किया तो भी ये लॉक ऐसे चलता रहेगा, ठीक है, ऐसे चलता रहेगा। लॉक कंडीशन विल कंटिन्यू, बट एक टाइम ऐसा आएगा, एक वैल्यू ऐसा आएगा जब वीसीओ बोलेगा अरे इतना कम फ्रीक्वेंसी हम दे नहीं सकते क्योंकि हम इसके लिए डिज़ाइन नहीं है, ठीक है। आप बोलोगे नहीं 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 उसके आगे मैं उसके नीचे करूँगा इनपुट, तो वीसीओ बोलेगा माफ़ करना भाई इसके आगे नहीं आ सकता, मैं लॉक तोड़ दूँगा और आप देखो जो भी है। तो एट दैट frequency if you try to reduce the input, the lock will be lost and the output frequency will get restored to 27 kilohertz और उसके आगे ये 27 kilohertz ही रहेगा। तो ये रहेगा हमारा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ VCO, ठीक है। इसमें हमने 4 फ्रीक्वेंसीज देखी है, तो कैसे लिखूँ मैं 4 फ्रीक्वेंसीज? वाइट कलर में लिखता हूँ, F1, F2, F3, F4। अभी टाइम कितना है? ओके, तो ये जो रेंज है, हमारा टाइम ख़त्म हो गया, इसको बोलते हैं कैप्चर रेंज। इस रेंज को बोलते हैं कैप्चर रेंज क्योंकि इस रेंज में आते ही कैप्चरिंग होता है। और इस रेंज को बोलते हैं यहाँ से यहाँ तक, उसको लॉक रेंज बोलते हैं क्योंकि लॉक मेंटेन रहता है। लॉक रेंज, नॉट लॉक्ड रेंज, ठीक है। तो मैं यहाँ लिखता हूँ F4 माइनस F1 ये लॉक रेंज और F3 माइनस F2 दैट इज कैप्चर रेंज। इतना समझ में आएगा? So this is the characteristics of the PLL, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट टाइम उसके फ़ायदे देखेंगे, अभी तो टाइम ख़त्म हो गया, तो आई कैन नॉट शो यू द डेमो ऑन ऑसिलोस्कोप। सो इज द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर देयर? नेक्स्ट क्लास अभी है? हेलो, hello, am I audible? हाँ, so if the next class is there, let us take a pause. So shall we take a pause? आज थोड़ा समझ में आ गया लॉकिंग अनलॉकिंग वगैरह, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स थोड़ा थोड़ा। when you see the video it will be more clear. Last lecture video there was some issue in audio recording, तो बीच में रुक गया था, तो I'll record it again and then give it to you, ठीक है। तो तब तक के लिए बाय एंड हैव अ नाइस डे। अगर कोई दिक्कत है, कोई क्वेरीज है, यू कैन आस्क द क्वेरीज, ठीक है। थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग विथ ऑल ऑफ अस।